Greetings, Eric Bakker. Right, here's an interesting one. How do I talk with my friends and family, is a question was put to me, and I can explain to them I've got Candida, but I'm actually not crazy. I'm actually not haven't got dementia. I'm actually saying something like that. It depends on your family. I mean, it really depends on your family. We still have a lot of people today who don't believe in Candida infections. To me, it's probably similar. You don't laugh, but it's like me coming out that I'm gay and saying, hey guys, I'm gay, Now, back when my younger brother actually is gay, when he came out and said that, I mean, my dad literally wouldn't talk to the guy for like a year. It's crazy, okay? Now, some people are like that with Candida. They'll tell family or friends, and then some people think, man, this guy or this woman, I mean, they've really lost the plot now. They really need to see someone with a white coat really soon, because there's nothing wrong with them. What I would do in that situation, I don't think I would probably handle it today the way I did when I was in my 20s, when I told my mum and my dad and people that I really believed I had this yeast infection. All my mum really said was, look, go to the doctor, don't self-diagnose. And I said, but I've been to the doctor and he doesn't believe I've got this thing called Candida. Now this would have been 1982, I think. Could have been 81, 82. I can't remember the year exact. I think it was 82. And so of course I went to the doctor, who proclaimed I was an idiot and that I needed psychiatric help. And then in turn I knew the doctor needed psychiatric help and not me. So at that point I decided there was no point talking to people that thought I was a nut job, when in fact they were the nut jobs, not understanding me. I stopped. And then I remember telling my mum that I had a bad yeast infection, and basically her laughing, saying, look, what does the doctor say? He doesn't believe it. Well, then it's probably all nonsense, So that's pretty heartbreaking when no one's got confidence in you and people laugh at you or poke fun at you or think that you're a nut job. But the thing is, it's different today, because now we've got a larger community online. There are millions of people who openly come out and know they got yeast infection. When I had it back in the 80s, of course, no Google, medical doctors were basically like God, and some are today still, but back then it was worse. And it was horrific. So I'm just glad, we've got Google today, and we've got online communities, and I've got the opportunity to speak my case on YouTube like this, because goodness knows, so many people, I really wouldn't want them to go through what I went through in my 20s. It was absolutely horrible. No one to talk to, no forums except psycho doctors, that's all we had, or disbelieving parents, and of course I had the odd friend here or there that was supportive. It's good if you've got that, otherwise it could be quite hard for you. But the question is how to talk with friends and family. I would just explain the situation. Another key thing we've got today, which we never had back in the 80s, we've got doctors like me, or integrative doctors that understand Western medicine and alternative or natural medicine. Back then, if you practiced what I've done for all these years, you were considered a complete retard back then, Anyone who didn't practice like with the stethoscope or the white coat basically was considered, a complete twerp, a complete nutter. So thank goodness today that's all changed. All right. So now you're going to get more support by default, purely because of the way that medicine's branched out and now has certain degree accepted integrative medical people, meaning medically qualified people with an understanding of the natural medicines as well. And there are plenty of them out there. And these people will not laugh at you, okay? And they will certainly, like I did many times, type out a letter for family or friends saying, look, Joan has been diagnosed with a yeast problem. She's got gut issues, she's got vaginal, she's got this or that. Please understand this. So I've done that many times for patients in the past, and I'm sure your doctor, your kind, friendly doctor, would do that for you now. So if you're stuck and mum doesn't believe you, dad doesn't, your son or daughter, the lady next door, whoever, get a letter explaining what you've got, and then shove that under the nose and say, look, here's a qualified lady, doctor. She knows what she's on about. She went to the same college that Trump went to. Here it is, you know what I mean? Sorry for taking the mick there, but Yeah, but the point is you will get support now, whereas 30, 40 years ago, there wasn't much support at all. Imagine a Candida sufferer, back in the 1800s or 1700s, they probably would have been treated with all sorts of rat poisons, like they used to, heavy metals or leeches or cutting people over to bleed them or goodness knows what. So don't freak out too much. Get that letter, talk to people, go online. There's plenty of support. Thanks for tuning in.